Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. We're back here at Fred Bean's Mazda in Abington, Pennsylvania to kick off December with a brand new 2026 Mazda 3 sedan. Deep crystal blue mica, oh, that's a mouthful, is the color. Black leatherette interior. This is the preferred trim, which means you get driver memory, you get a sunroof, a few extra niceties over the Select Sport trim. But for years, the Mazda 3 sedan built down in Mexico. This one is coming to us from the Hofu, Japan assembly plant. So looks like we got Mazda bringing the 3 sedan back to Japan, where they make the 3 hatchback. Makes sense to me. Also takes advantage of that US-Japanese trade deal that was just signed between both governments a couple months ago. So you can let me know what you think about this vehicle. Is this the compact sedan you would buy? Let me know. So let's dig in. The front end of this Mazda 3 sedan in the deep crystal blue mica paint with the chrome trim up front. There we go. Look at that full spread of LED lighting across the front, that low slung hood, Mazda badge in the middle. We do have some body color down below on the lower part of the front bumper. As we move around to the wheel and tire package on this 3 sedan, please excuse my shadow here for a minute as the sun starts peeking through the clouds. We have an 18-inch aluminum alloy wheel, Mazda badge on the center cap. Wheels are wrapped in Toyo all-season tires, 215 on the width, a 45 series sidewall 18s, all 4 corners, front wheel drive. Moving on out, there is that blue paint. I really like this blue color on the Mazda 3, especially with the silver trim on the wheels and around the windows. As we move in closer, we're going to have that blue paint on the side view mirror caps with LED turn signals, body color on the front and rear door handle. Up top, we're going to have, as you can see, missing the shark fin antenna. That antenna now built into the glass. And then we have a standard sunroof. As we come over the back, we have a kick up on the deck lid, which always looks a little bit sporty. And then we have a full spread of LED lighting across the back. The Mazda badge in the center, Mazda 3 on the bottom left of the deck lid trunk area. And then we do have chrome dual exhaust finishers. Under the hood of this Mazda 3 for 26 is Mazda's 2.5 liter inline 4-cylinder engine, made it to a 6-speed automatic transmission. We do have a decrease in horsepower for the 26 model year. We're looking at 186 horsepower, 186 pound-feet of torque, MPGs 27 in the city, 36 on the highway, and 30 combined. We're at the back left quarter panel of this Mazda 3 sedan at the fuel filler door. It has a 13.2 gallon gas tank. Also, Mazda's using a gas cap, so no capless fuel technology being used in Mazda 3. The engine's minimum octane rating is 87, so you can run this on regular unleaded gas. Before we get into the interior, you're going to want to know, Mike, how much? Well, here we go. Base price, 26 Mazda 3 sedan, preferred trim, front wheel drive, $27,090. This vehicle's got a couple extra options on it. The preferred package is included in the base price. Once we add that in, and destination and delivery charge of $1,235 from Mazda's Hofu, Japan assembly plant, we have a total vehicle MSRP from the factory of $28,975. So let's check out the interior. Starting with the driver door panel, it's all black. We're going to have black soft touch material across the top, then the leatherette with the stitching into the brushed aluminum door handle. We have a soft armrest, again with more stitching. We have flat black on the switchgear, surrounded by gloss black plastic. Good sized door pocket. Moving in closer, we have a large dead pedal brake and accelerator with the floor mats in the rear of the vehicle at this time. Seating wise, full power with lumbar for the driver, manual assist front passenger. These front seats are memory seats. The memory controls are on the left part of the dash, so there they are. Bolstering feels good. It's leatherette with the stitching. Bolstering firm but forgiving, and so are the headrests. Front passenger door panel, same action as the driver, except you don't get the memory seat settings. Up onto the dash, black soft touch, black leatherette with the cross stitch, brushed aluminum into your heat and air vents. We do have a large glove box. It's a non-locking glove box. And then we have the base 8.8-inch Mazda infotainment system, and this is wired CarPlay Android Auto. And I did check that before we started filming today by wirelessly hooking up my phone, and CarPlay and Android Auto did not work, or at least CarPlay didn't work because I have an iPhone. So it is wired. We do have a non-touch screen, so everything done by this dial right here. You have your general information tab where you have your monitors. You can go back. You have your entertainment. Here's that. You hit the button again, you go to your source list, and what do you have? AM, FM, Bluetooth, no Sirius XM. So again, base system, you're not going to get that. Your communication, you can Bluetooth your phone. Navigation, no built-in nav. All the maps and nav will come through your phone. You do get a compass reading. That is it from there. And then you have your general settings down below where you have your vehicle displays. You can set up your speakers, your safety settings, your vehicle settings right here, where you can set up your doors, how you want your interior, exterior lighting to work, rain sensing wipers, that kind of thing is in there. And then we can come to our connectivity settings. Again, this is where you're going to set up your Wi-Fi hotspot or Bluetooth your phone, hook up another device. And then we have our system settings down here where we can get our clock, language, that sort of thing. Kilometers per hour, miles per hour, all that done there. But it's all done with the dial. We go to reverse. And we have the backup camera shrinks down a little bit, no trajectory, but it is clear. But I'd like to see them sharpen that up, make it a little bit bigger and whatnot. But it is the base system here in this preferred trim. Might like to see the next level infotainment screen up when you go preferred, maybe the 10.25 inch with the wireless CarPlay Android Auto. I think that would bring some better value in this vehicle at almost 30 grand, but you let me know. So we come down further. We have separate controls for your heat and air. So we have dual climate, 3-stage heated seats for the driver and the front passenger. Don't have a heated steering wheel. Push button start. Down further, we do have an area to lie your phone, but it's not rubberized. We have our cup holders in front of the gear shift. And then we have the Mazda key fob right here. Looks nice. Turn it onto its side. You have right here, lock, unlock, pop the trunk, panic button, nice weight. And then you're going to have your gear shift with a leather gaiter to go through this 6-speed automatic transmission, 2 drive modes, sport and normal. We have your electric brake, auto vehicle hold. That's the dial I was using for the infotainment screen. This is for your music, for your volume and tuning. And then the star is your favorites for your radio. Now we have our armrest. You can see it slides to fit your arm the best, and it's nice and soft. We can open it up. Large area for storage underneath with a couple of USB-Cs. Mazda 3 steering wheel. We have a leatherette wheel, nice 10 and 2 notches. It feels good in the hand. Mazda badge on the horn button, round bottom wheel. I have enough room at 5'11" to get in and out, but I do have to move the seat back when I'm getting in or out, or else my knee will hit. So they may want to flatten this off, give folks that are taller some more room to get in and out. Otherwise, it's fine. Flat black on the switch gear, where on the left side, you're going to have your telephone voice commands, sources, seek for your music, volume, info screen for the digital dash, or digital portion of your dash, I should say. On the right side, you got your depth of cruise. No paddles. On the left, headlights, turn signals, high beams. On the right, windshield wipers up here on the dashboard bezel. Right here is where you can brighten dim the dash. And on the left side, trip, reset. And then on the left, you have your safety suite, traction control off. There are the 2 memory seat settings I showed you earlier. And then we do have a manual tilting and telescoping wheel. And then we have that analog digital combo, right? So your analog gauges left and right. The center gauge is digital. We do have 2 drive modes, normal, which we're in now. Then you go to sport, and it pops on the bottom left of the center gauge. So normal, sport, normal, sport. And that's all she wrote. And then you got some additional information in the center, but very plain, very simple, but it works. Overhead console, you have a spot for your sunglasses right there. If you want your dome lighting, LED dome lighting to come on and off when you open and close the door, this button remains off. So when you open the door, lighting comes on, close the door, lighting will dim out. In our standard sunroof, the shade is manual. Throw it back, one click open, wind buffer comes up, goes back, one click closed, and then if you want to tilt, you can just push it up towards the roof, tilts up, tilts down, and then you can bring that shade back with your hand. Framed rear view mirror with manual dimming function, sun visor with vanity and an LED light. And does it slide? No, but you have an extension. Getting into the back seat of this Mazda 3, but first the rear door panel where it's the same vibe as the front. The soft touch across the top, the leatherette with the stitching, soft armrest, so nice consistency of design front to back. Now, it's a sloping roof line, so you know the drill. Right leg in, duck, twist, left leg in. Now, anything over 5'8", you're going to have to duck. Once I'm in, I got about an inch of headroom, plenty of room for my shoulders, barely enough room for my knees. We have the leatherette all the way down, no seat pocket behind the driver. We do have one behind the front passenger. In the back, no heat and air vents, no USB-C connectivity. In the rear of the center console, I'd like to see at least some connectivity at this price point. And then we have the leatherette in the black in the back with the stitching, nice and soft. And then our center armrest right here, semi-soft, 2 cup holders, but overall, it's not bad once you get in the back. A little claustrophobic for taller people. So if you're 6 foot tall or taller, call shotgun and sit up front. All right, getting in the trunk of the Mazda 3, there is the trunk release right next to your memory seat settings. You just push it, pops it open, just like that, and you lift it up. Now, there is a button underneath the Mazda badge on the back, but when the car's running, that doesn't work. So you have to turn the car off and all that, but during the review, I leave the car on. So that's why I'm doing it that way. But we're looking at a nice wide opening 13.2 cubic feet of cargo space in the back of Mazda 3's trunk. In the back here are the carpeted floor mats right here that do say Mazda 3 on them. We also have a cargo net. We also have, what is this thing here? Made in the United States, high wall all-season mats. Right there with the all-season cargo mat. That's extra added by the dealer. And then underneath the panel down here, you can open this up. Oh boy, a little bit heavy. There you go, tools jack and a spare. So thank you, Mazda, for the spare. You have some tie downs back here. And then if you don't have anybody in the back, you can pull these levers and then you can let the rear seats down. There you go, 60-40 split. And it's pretty tight. So you're going to need to move the front seats up to get these rear seats down and in place. Down they go. And now, if you need more room, you got a bit of a kick up, but you got a lot more room in this trunk. So it's a good use of space here in this Mazda 3. Window sticker time. Here we go. 2026 Mazda 3 Preferred. Deep crystal blue mica paint. Standard equipment. Left and right. Here come the options and that preferred package, which is included. Total MSRP, $28,975. Fuel economy estimates. Government safety ratings. There you go. Parts content, 0 US, Canada, 85% Japan. Final assembly now, Hofu Japan, engine Japan, transmission Japan. So now if you want a Japanese-made Mazda 3 sedan, you can buy one. Take her out for a spin. All right, we're out on the road in this 26 Mazda 3 sedan, made in Japan, moving from Salamanca to Hofu. At least this one did. first time I've seen a Mazda 3 sedan made in Japan. So that could be a major shift there from this Japanese automaker to take advantage of that Japanese-US trade deal just signed, what was that, a month or so ago? So I think that is very interesting. Now, people are going to say, you lost 5 horsepower. Oh, what do we gain? First of all, the Mazda 3 is only 3,100 pound curb weight. It's a light car. So that's not that big of a deal, losing 5 horsepower in such a light car. But they did do some retuning, because why? Because cylinder deactivation and engine auto stop start is not in this car. In 25, this vehicle had cylinder deactivation. Now, no cylinder deactivation in this 2.5 liter Skyactiv, and the Mazda 3, this one doesn't have engine auto stop start either. So those are pluses. Yeah, we lost some horsepower, but we gained no cylinder deactivation and a more reliable engine because of that. The handling is still tight and right in this Mazda 3. No doubt about it. It still has a driver-focused, driver-centric car with a 6-speed automatic and no CVT. That's another plus for this vehicle. And if you need more power, you can move up in trims, spend more money, and get yourself a turbo 4-cylinder as well. And that's going to give you a lot more horsepower. Turning radius is tight and right in this Mazda 3 at only 17.4 feet. And we're going to go to sport, and we're going to move the gear shift to the left. We don't have paddles, so we're going to manually shift this 6-speed automatic using the gear shift like a 6-speed manual. Towards the dash is going down in the gears. Pulling it back towards you is going up in the gears. And this transmission is buttery smooth with these manual shifts. So they do a really nice job of dialing in this transmission for manual shift. Now, some people have said, let's check this out first. Takes the turns beautifully. No problem at all. We got an ambulance down here, so we're gonna have to be careful. Downshifts. Nice and smooth, no problem at all. There we go. Upshifts. Very nice. Let's get around this ambulance. Want to give them a wide berth if we can. Obviously, we have medical emergency here. Down the road you go. So if you want a driver's compact sedan, there's really 2 in my book that are really driver focused, have great handling, a great ride, and automatic transmissions. It's this Mazda 3 and the VW Jetta. VW Jetta, you can also get a manual transmission in the GLI. You can no longer get a manual transmission in the Mazda 3 sedan. You can, however, still get that manual transmission in the Mazda 3 hatchback, but only in the S Premium trim. That's it. And only with front-wheel drive. So that's how Mazda's rocking in this, but the 6-speed is very responsive. And if you want a compact sedan that's driver-centric, very responsive into the turns, it is either, in my view, it's either the VW Jetta with the 8-speed automatic or the 6-speed manual in the GLI, or this Mazda 3 with the 6-speed automatic in this vehicle with the availability of the turbo engine for more horsepower with still the 6-speed automatic in that. So you let me know what you would do, put it in the comments, but I do want to thank Fred Beans Mazda here in Abington, Pennsylvania for allowing the channel access to this brand new 2026 Mazda 3 sedan in deep crystal blue mica paint for review today. I'd like to thank all of you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like. Please also drop a comment, give it some hype points, get it up in the YouTube algorithm. I'd really appreciate it. And as always, please also consider subscribing and turning on that notification bell so you never miss another Shabby's Rides video. And I'll see all of you on the rebound. Take care, everyone.